and welcome back to Liz's Life. It is time for another Lush Liz Monday video. However, I wanted to change it up a little bit this week. As you can see already, a different background. It's much more chill, much more calm vibes, and that is because today is Sunday and it's time for self-care. So without further ado, here is my self-care Sunday. So, I have had my hot chocolate in the morning. I've had a delicious read in the bath with the beautiful Lush products that I've mentioned. And now, before I go off to my family's house, it's time to sort my trotters out, aka my tiny feet nails. So I have neglected them for far too long. It's all like party at the front up here and then just neglect at the back. So I have taken my acrylic nails off just because they've not been able to breathe for like 3 months. So James has been calling me Stubbs Green because my hands are really small and my hands are really stubby and short, especially with like nails on. So Stubbs Green. But I need to sort my toenails out and I wanted just to have a little chat with you whilst I did that. So the products that I used at Lush, the products that I used in the bath today were all to do with kind of like waking me up and boosting me with like a little bit of energy. It's been a nice long week. We've had an amazing Christmas time at Lush this week. It's definitely got to the point in the year where people are Christmas shopping. So that has been really, really exciting because I just love the busyness. It's just amazing. But I wanted some products to like energize me because I think what happens is when you're at work, you have your game face on, you're so lovely to everyone, or maybe some people aren't, but I try to be lovely to everyone. And then you get home or you go to your families and that's where you feel as though you can be 110% authentic, or fortunately in my case I can be, and you can be grumpy, can't you? You can be a right turnip because you're no longer having to like, woo! And then you're just like, yeah. So I want to make sure that I'm giving my family like quality Liz time. So the products that I used were designed to do that, make you feel indulgent, invigorated, and just pampered as well. So before I go into a little bit of depth about the main products that I used in the bath today, I want to show you what I'm going to be using to paint my nails with. So one of my best friends, Bella, or Fit by Belle, as you can find her on Instagram, she, many Christmases ago now, created me like the most beautiful gel nail little collection box. So I'm gonna do some gel nails. I've got my cute little UV lights. I've got my little trotter separators and the different colours as well. So I'm gonna plug this in and there's many nail colours to go for. They're a really nice blend of like reds, oh no, they're sticky, nudes, reds, pinks, etc. So I'm going pink today. I've got my Pegasus hoodie on, so it's time for a bit of pink and a bit of twink. Right, I'll put my trotter separators in. Yeah, so thank you, Belle. I much appreciate those, the treats that you got me. So first of all, the product that I used in my hair that you saw in the video was called Jasmine and Henna. So this is amazing because if you've not noticed in my videos before, have a lot of frizz. I used to, well, when I was little, me and my older sister used to do like a fake TV show called Frizzy Lizzie, and it would basically be me playing a series of different characters, all on like a kind of like the BBC. Like there'd be a weather reporter who was played by me, but a different character. There'd be behind the scenes camera people. There'd be Frizzy Lizzie, the presenter, and that was so fun. Anyway, don't know why I told you that. It wasn't really relevant. But anyway, I've got frizzy hair. And so Jasmine and Henna Fluffies is amazing. Obviously it's got the jasmine inside of there to give it like a really evocative fragrance. But it's also got your henna inside of there. So Jasmine and Henna, really beautiful product. So it's got your extra virgin olive oil inside of there to strengthen and shine with the hair. You've got red henna infusion in there as well. So what that does is basically, if you already have henna in your hair, it's really good because it adds shine too, but it can add like a really nice auburny texture to hair as well. But just in general, it's not going to dye your hair, but if you've already hennaed your hair, it's great. Oh, I never learn, do I? I had to delete some stuff from the camera. Apologies for maybe a change of scenery. So I'm just going to put my base layer on, so just let me concentrate before I carry on talking about Jasmine and Henna. So you also have castor oil inside of there. So again, it's one of, well, the most hydrating oil, castor oil. So if your hair is super dry and super frizzy, that is going to be really good for it. That's why it's amazing for my hair. So now my hair, it just feels so fresh and beautiful and hydrated, and it's also got a really gorgeous jasmine smell to it as well. Yes, so that was for my hair. And then I also had Commingle. So Commingle is Rowena's invention. So one of the co-founders from Lush. She wanted to have something that was like a 3-in-1. So like a scrub, a shower gel, and a body conditioner too. So this lavender beauty is just so relaxing for my mind. It's also got bamboo stem extract inside of there. So it's a really fine scrub. And yeah, it's delicious. I love it. It's one of the most recent scrubs that have come out, and it's got kind of like a mousse-like texture to it. So it's really like fluffy. But that was basically just to exfoliate my legs before I started shaving them. God, look how pale bloody dead body we've got here. Yeah, and then I had Elf Shake as well, which I've mentioned before in my Christmas video. Super fruity, 4 different fruit juices, got apple, kiwi, grapes, etc. inside of there. So it's just like a smoothie, just to wake me up, and I definitely feel refreshed, ready to see my family, which is really nice. Yeah, so one thing that I wish I had, a face mask. I didn't have a face mask in, guys. I would have really loved that. But alas, 'tis not the end of the world. Yeah, so they were my Lush products. In terms of what I've been up to in the last few days, I'll tell you. So on Tuesday, I can swap over. On Tuesday, I went to my Spanish class. So I have been learning Spanish since January. So as you've probably heard, if you watch the sorry, it's a bit runny. As you've heard, if you have watched my Potter podcasts, is that properly dry? I might have another 30 seconds on it. I am a big old nerd, and I've always loved learning, and I didn't want that to stop. And I loved languages when I was at school, and I didn't actually ever learn Spanish, but I've always wanted to. So back when I was off sick from teaching, I was like, you know what can I do to perk me up and excite me? So I started to Google Spanish classes, and I came across an amazing opportunity with Spanish with Victoria. So it's a wonderful Spanish lady who lives in Broomhill, or delivers the classes at least in Broomhill in Sheffield. And they're incredible. They're group-led sessions, which is wonderful because I really bounce. I'm such a social person. I bounce off being around other people too, and swap my toes around. Yeah. So I started that in January and I've been absolutely loving it. So how it works is that you have an hour class a week, and you have recorded content, so the actual lesson gets videoed, you get sent through the PowerPoint, you get homework, you get audio recording if you don't want to just see it visually, try and listen to it on the go as well, and it's like unlimited, the access of the content, so that's really, really good too. And I've been loving it so much. I've been listening to Spanish music, I've been watching Spanish films. Me and James have got planned at some point, we want to go to Valencia. So yeah, I'm really, really thankful to Spanish with Victoria. And she's just so wonderful too, she's such a sweet soul. So I'm so happy that I get to do that each week. So that's what I was doing on Tuesdays. And then I've been reading the rest of the week. I've been loving it whilst working, obviously. I've been reading. Last night, James and I went out on the town. We went to a place called the Washington in Sheffield to celebrate one of James's friends' birthdays. So that was very good. That was fun. However, I'm an old lady, so we left early-ish. Well, early-ish, it was still like 1 o'clock. Yeah, so we had that. I was driving, so no drinky poos for Liz, no thank you. I don't really drink anymore these days anyway. I've had my student years. I have, if I'm celebrating, I have either white wine, Prosecco, or gin. I do really like rum and coke, but it takes me back to my uni days. Not that that's a bad thing, because I didn't ever go crazy at uni. But I try and look after myself and my body and my skin, and alcohol doesn't really help you. So yeah, I don't really drink that much. And actually, I don't need any beverage to be dancing on the dance floor, let me tell you. James was like laughing because everyone was obviously drinking around me, and I wasn't. I was on the lemonade. And I was just going for it. Madonna was on, ABBA was on. Why do you need alcohol when you've got those tunes? Let me tell you. And that's exactly the same for like my dad as well. I think I just get it from my dad. We just need some good music to keep the vibes pumping. Yeah, so that's what we did last night. And it was very, very fun. So, I am planning in the works for my Lush future videos to get some people on my channel. So I'm gonna have a perfume video all about the fragrances, which ones for you, perfume consultations, etc. And I'm gonna get an amazing perfume sales assistant on the channel, which will be really fun. And then I'm also got in the works like skincare and hair care consultations that I'm going to be delivering on the channel, because obviously the whole vibe of this is like Lush for introverts. So the idea is that people that are a little bit too shy or nervous or just intimidated to go into a Lush shop still get the service that they need and the access to information about the products from like an actual Lush employee. So I'm going to be breaking down different videos into like skincare, so perfect skin routines for skin that needs more cleansing, skin routines for really sensitive skin, for dry skin, etc. And I'm going to do the same for like hair care as well, so for curls, straight hair, blah blah blah, that kind of thing. So I'm wanting to be getting different people to come on, just so it's different voices and it keeps it nice and fresh and fun. So yeah, that's what I'm planning to do in the future for the Lush videos. I'm also trying to build up the courage to prepare for Vlogmas. So, you know, like in December, a lot of YouTubers release a video every day, or the 25 days of Christmas. So I'm currently planning what to do for Vlogmas. because working in retail, it's the busiest time at Christmas, which is why I love it. But it also means that it is tiring. But James is an absolute gem. He loves and is really talented at editing videos, so at least I've got him to help me. So I'm getting like a list of 25 different videos. But if people have suggestions of what they actually want to see from me during Vlogmas, please let me know. My ideas, me and James are wanting to go to Chatsworth at Christmas markets. So those of you that aren't based around Sheffield or Derby, there's a beautiful old house. It sounds a bit rubbish, but if you're into history and also you're not from England and you're like looking at like quintessentially English things, this will be really nice for you. And Chatsworth House does the most amazing Christmas market. However, I've never been to it before, so I am super excited to go. So you have to pre-book. So me and James, we were just gonna rock up and we were amateurs, because you have to pre-book tickets to be able to go. But I'm really excited because the theme this year is all to do with Nordic like mythology, and I love a bit of that. I love anything Greek mythology, Nordic mythology, Egyptian mythology. I listen to going to bed it's called Soothing Pod on YouTube, and it sends me off to sleep. Because I struggle. Growing up, I had loads of people in the house. We had like a relatively small house for the amount of people that were living in there. So it was always really busy and really loud. So now that I've grown up and I don't have everyone around me, I need to have a bit of noise. So even getting to sleep, I need something to sort of guide me to sleep. So I listen to Soothing Pod, and they've got amazing ones with Greek mythology and all those that I just mentioned. So we're wanting, James is going down that path as well in terms of his voice acting, because his voice is so unique and brilliant, and he does I don't know if he'll want me to tell you this, but he has read me to sleep before. Like he reads chapters of books for me, just because he's basically like a live Audible, which is really helpful, and his voice is really soothing and calming. So that's been helpful for me in the past. So yeah, that's one of the videos we're thinking of doing, like Chatsworth House. And then I've got other ones. So me and James have got some travel blogs that we've done before, or travel vlogs, should I say. Oh, cool. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think it's dry. Oh, they look so cute. Yeah, so me and James have got travel vlogs from Edinburgh, when we've been the past couple of times, London a couple of times there, Amsterdam as well. So I'm wanting to release some like travel vlogs during Vlogmas as well. And then there's little things, maybe get some singing performance videos on there, just vlogs like follow me around, and then obviously my Lush content and my Potter content as well. So lots of things planned, but I think I need to start preparing now, really. We've got 10-ish days left of November, so I need to get it cracking, crack-a-lacking. Yeah, I hope I'm gonna carry on painting my nails, but I hope you enjoy this kind of video. It's different to the ones that I've done beforehand, but a lot of people that have been watching the channel, thank you so much as well, because you come up to me when I'm at Lush, people that I know, but then the comments from different people that I don't know, it really makes my day. Like, I know I'm a 24-year-old woman, but it really makes me so happy knowing that people are enjoying watching my content, because the main reason that I do it is because I love doing this kind of thing. So it's nice that other people are enjoying it as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this kind of style video, just following me in the day of Liz, really. And yes, give it a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it. Comment what kind of things you do on like self-care Sundays. Give me some tips as well. And subscribe to the channel if you've not already for Lush Mondays and Potter podcasts on Fridays as well. And yes, I'm gonna leave it there. If you want to see me trotters, oh God, it looks horrific. I'm so sorry, people that are scared of feet and toes. Fun fact about me, I have a cuddly toe. It basically means a genetic disorder. It's not really, but you can see from this way up, I look like I've got, well, if I were to take this out, it only looks like I've got 4 toes. It's really not a big deal, but it's just a nice fun fact, really. And yes, I do have quite small feet. They're size 4 to match my stubby green hands. But yes, that's fine by me. It is fine by me. Brill, well, thank you for joining me, and I will see you another day. Mwah.